All right, we had some technical difficulties here. I just want to pick up where I left off, and I just want to kind of round this out and finish this lesson on today with these last 2 points. I talked about that there's expectations. There's expectations. God has expectations of his church members, of those of his followers. The expectations, because we have expectations of God. God has expectations of us. The last point we were at was at Second Timothy chapter number 2 and verse number 15. Second Timothy chapter number 2 and verse number 15. It says, study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. So there's an expectation that we are to study his word. And also there's an expectation. There's an expectation of the body of Christ. There's an expectation of his church to live holy according to his word. Let's look at First Peter. Let's look at First Peter chapter number 1. Let's start at verse number 13. Wherefore gird up your loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Jesus Christ. As obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lust in your ignorance, but as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversations, because it is written, be ye holy, for I am holy. So there are expectations. We have an expectation of God to cover. We have an expectation of God to heal. We have an expectation of God to be our strong tower. We have an expectation of God to be our all in all. So therefore, we have expectations of God. God has expectations of us as well. And God tells us to be ye holy, for God is holy. And then there's an expectation that each and every one of us must do. And if we do this, things will begin to change. Things will begin to happen. Turn to First Thessalonians. First Thessalonians chapter number 5, verse number 17. You all already know this. This is what we must do. First Thessalonians 5:17 says what? Pray without ceasing. Pray without ceasing. We need more prayer. We need those who are committed to prayer, those who know the power of prayer. Because James said it like this in James chapter number 5 and verse number 16. He says, confess your faults one to another, pray for one another, that ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. Through prayer, much comes. Through prayer, much comes. Through prayer, through the prayers to God, we will receive much. So there are expectations of God, but yet there are also expectations of the body of Christ. So in our consistency to prayer, in our commitment to prayer, in our desire to do all and be all and have all, what we have to understand is this. Let's go back to the original text, Psalm 127, verse number 1. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman waketh but in vain. So let's do everything that we can, being committed to God, being connected to God, and being steadfast, unmovable in the way of the Lord. I'm going to stop right there. I just wanted to round this out. Thank God for you. Look forward to seeing you on tomorrow. And I do apologize for the internet service. We kind of lost everything here for a moment, but nevertheless, nevertheless, look forward to seeing you all on tomorrow at 9 a.m. for Sunday school, 10 o'clock for morning service. God bless you. Heaven smile on you is my prayer. Peace.